Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Saturday, January 25th, 2020, and I would like to welcome my new subscribers and welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you for joining me this evening. It is also Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year, yes? So for those who celebrate, Happy New Year! And it is also, I think, the Year of the Rat? Is this the Year of the Rat? I do have some finished objects and works in progress, acquisitions, and a couple other things to talk to you about this evening. Apologies for the lighting, blah, blah, blah. I did video earlier today during the natural sunlight and perfect sunlight, yes, perfect lighting. And then after I thought my video was loading, I went back and there was only 6 minutes of it loaded. So the rest of it just disappeared. So I'm going to try to get through it again as quickly as possible because it's cold in here. It has been like, I think the high today was like 46, which I know for some of you that's a heat wave. But I wanted to actually video outside earlier, but it was just, the wind was just a little bit too cool for me. And so I also have some a finished object of Mama's, and I think I will start with that one. At the same time that I got the pattern from Premier for the serape that I did with the rodeo yarn, the red, white, and blue that I did, I saw another pattern on there called the prairie shawl, but I didn't realize it was knit until later. They are both free patterns, and I listed the serape in the previous video. And so, of course, this was a job for Mama. And this is the Premier pattern. What did I call it? The prairie shawl. And it's just so pretty. See if I can get it close enough, or if the lighting's even worth doo-doo to see it. But I love all this edging, and so pretty. I can't knit. I can knit and purl, but that's it. But this is so pretty. And I didn't want her to deal with the, let's see, something pretty along the top as well. Pretty lacing across the top, and then in the center, I'm not holding it correctly, so it's looking out cattywampus, but it is very pretty. And like I said, I didn't really want her to deal with that Premier rodeo yarn that I was messing with. Let's see, how did they have it on the website? I don't know. Yeah, I can't do this stuff. Hey. So, I knew that I kind of wanted it in a stone washed or a something like this. But it's just so pretty. But, like I said, I didn't want her messing with that Premier yarn because I knew it would just be a nightmare like it was for me. So when we went to the Taming of the U in Gadsden a couple of weeks ago, which is one of the shops I went to on the Deep South Yarn Hop back in November, we saw this, and it is by Universal Yarns, and the color is brindle. It is 100% cotton. And 230 yards per hank. And it's real pretty, and it's really, really soft. I mean, like, really soft. There is a tiny moss green hue to it that you're not seeing in this, in the video. But it's really pretty. We bought 3 hanks, and she didn't even use 2. She used 1 and all but this. So I have 1 left, so I'm not sure what I'll make with it, but it's just really soft. Thank you, Mama. It's so pretty. I wish I could knit. She had some kind of issue with it, but I'm not sure if it was her watching TV and trying to count, or if it was the actual pattern itself, or whatever. But I just love the way that those colors are. But she has a Ravelry page, but she hasn't yet learned to load things on there. So I will probably put anything that she makes on my page, as well as the Premiere page, until I can teach her how to load things there. So that's very pretty. I love it. Thank you, Mama. And then, what do you want to make next? Let's see. So my first FO is one of the patterns from the Left-Handed Crocheter and the pattern pack that she had out there. Well, I can't get anything situated. Hang on. I had a clip on my... Okay. I'll put my coffee on top of my page. I had a clip on my page to hold it down like a menu, like a recipe book, pinchers or whatever. And I don't know what happened to that. So anyway, so the first thing I did this time was from the Outback Adventures pattern pack that I got from the Left-Handed Crocheter when she was... well, and it is still on sale, from what I understand, until the 31st. I will link it below. And she's sending money to help with the efforts for the wildfires and helping the animals and everything. So the first one I did was the cute little koala. You see Wonky Wonky, so that's why I don't do amigurumi. But he's still cute. I love him. And then I put up a couple of videos where me and Mama were live one day looking for safety eyes. And it's a shame that nobody... I mean, you can't find safety eyes. I went to Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I went to a second Hobby Lobby. And then they only had these smaller ones. And only like packs of 6 for like... 6 pairs for... what, about $5, I think? No, it wasn't even 6 pairs. When I say 6 pairs, I mean 3 pairs, fronts and backs. So 6 eyes altogether. But he's still cute. I think the more I do, I don't like sewing parts together because I'm just not good at it. His arms and stuff, they're all even. They actually came out even though they don't look like it. But, like... his legs are supposed to be like this somehow, and his arms, the pattern looked like it was supposed to be, his arms were supposed to be closer to his legs. However, the pattern calls for either an F or a G hook, and I used an H. So the pattern was originally going to be 6 inches, and using an H hook, it ended up almost 9 inches. So, but he's cute. If I'm going to do amigurumi, I'm going to make him big enough to feel like I did something. And his cute little fuzzy ears. Oh, yeah. I love him. So, I did this one in Mainstays Basic Soft Heather Gray. It called for toast, but this is close. The one that, or oatmeal, maybe. Whichever one had a little more gray to it. But I think he's cute. So, and just black, whatever I had. And I may do him a little scarf. I don't know yet. Because I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I think I might have pulled something through that was in there. Like an end that I had shoved up in there to hide it. But then it must have, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I may do him a scarf. But either way, I'm giving it to Jennifer and Mini Jenny. I hope you get to play with it, Jennifer, before Mini Jenny takes it away from you. So, yeah. He's cute. I don't know which one I want to make next. I would make another one of these probably. But I want to do a few more in that book. I like there's a couple of birds, I think, and then I don't know about doing the kangaroo, but let's see. Crocodile's kind of cute. So there he is. Cute little koala. So I'm going to order safety eyes from somewhere that Left is Right Sandy told me about that's got all different sizes and all different animals because I've got frogs I want to do, so they need green eyes. But ordered off of Amazon, I've also seen somebody that ordered and got like all scratched up eyes and everything. So I just want to make sure my source is good. I want to find somebody that has a link or an affiliate link or something to where I can help somebody else out also. But I think the more I do them, I'll get better. So that is Outback Koala. Next is my square granny market bag by Sarah Satch with Posh Pooch design. And it is 5 granny squares. She used scraps and stuff, but I went ahead and just used consistent colors because I'm going to try to start selling these, I believe. And then this one could use a larger insert, but it has a removable insert to make it solid. Now she said, oops, there's a string hanging. These are the ones you get at the Dollar Tree, so you could take that out. But it's a good idea too because I have had things in market bags before that rolled around because really you can't tie them up unless you have like really long, unless, you know, I'm sure you could come up with your own system and something to tie it up. But that's a good idea like for book bags or going to the library or whatever, having that solid thing in the bottom. This box is I think 9 by 9 by 8, so I'm probably going to put an 11 or 12 by 12 in there because each of these squares are either 11 or 12 inches. But it just depends. I mean, that's enough to keep something from falling over in the bottom. So yeah, this is Michael's brand Never Enough, I believe. Camera's up there. I'm getting a little better. And this is either kiwi or I think that's kiwi, royal blue, and then I think that variegated is something original like kiwi/royal blue. But I was making it into a corner to corner, some kind of blanket, but you know, it's not so terrible now that I worked it up, but just feeling it in that blanket, it was really rough, so I took it out and made this. So yep, that is by Sarah Satch, Posh Pooch Design. And then I think it's 12, let's see, 12 by 12. And then I put an extra few rows on the handle, before the handle, because I put an extra round on the handles. So I think it's about 13 tall. But it's pretty huge. And then you just single crochet at the sides. So I think I'm going to start making market bags or whatever to start selling or to start getting ready for whatever we're going to do with that. And then next is, I can't see right there. The next is a blanket that I did. I actually made it a while back, and this is the Fluffy Granny Mitered Square blanket. And I love the mitered blanket. This is by Fiber Flux, and of course there's my end. But I was going to add a round of some aqua or turquoise to it, but the ball of turquoise I had didn't exactly match this, so I just need to weave my end in and be done. This, I used 3 cakes of Sugar Wheel Cherry Be Merry. And I think I got it like year before last when in like my very first Hobby Lobby clearance extravaganza. And I say that, but my first Hobby Lobby, my first experience with the Hobby Lobby clearances at like, what were the sugar wheels, like $1.25 or something, 124, something like that. I mean, I bought 3 truckloads. I mean, like my first 6 months of crocheting. So this is the Fiber Flux Fluffy Granny Mitered Square blanket. And this worked out really fast. And I'm going to do some more like this. I love this pattern. I think I'm going to do one in like all my scrap balls or whatever and make it huge. So yeah, I like that pattern. Next, I guess that's all my FOs. Is it? Looks like it. Excuse me while I look down below you because that's where my everything is. Sugar Wheels, Cherry, Be Merry. Okay. I will link all of those below. So, works in progress. I have this thing that I will either figure it out today or not. I made the serape in this Premier Rodeo yarn. Medium red, natural, and medium indigo. So I thought I would make me an American. I thought it would be pretty as a vintage looking American flag. Hang on, or something. I wasn't sure, but to me it looked like Old Glory. So the thing is, I ended up with this part twice long, right? Because I was going to add, I was going to make a flag, right? So when you only do 2 rows, it's really not big enough to do the blue for the stars, which I wouldn't do the stars because this indigo is kind of, it kind of looks starry. Anyway, so then I got to thinking I would put a dowel in here, a dowel rod of some sort, little thin something, and then hang wind chimes from it, right? So then I got the blue done, and I realized earlier today that I did indeed lose some stitches right here. I was sitting here cussing the yarn this whole time, and so I put it down for a few days, and then I got to thinking, well, that would be a cute little, like a little dress or an apron or something, like for your dish soap or something. But it's too long for your dishwashing liquid. But it's too long for that. So earlier I did find that I can't really tell. It's almost evenly screwed up. So I may leave it like that, put a hanging rod on the top, put a dowel through the bottom, and put wind chimes on it anyway. Put a wooden little dowel rod through there, and then like some nylon cord through here and hang the chimes from it. I think that would be pretty. Or even if you wanted to just go kind of a boho-y thing and put some fringe on the bottom of it, I think it would be cute. But anyway, so I will either take this out tonight, I will take this out and redo it, or I'll leave it the way it is and bend this over and put a rod through there and a string to hang it, twine to hang it, put a rod through here, hang some chimes from it, and I think it will be beautiful. And with it being cotton, it should withstand the weather. Although I'd probably just put it on my porch because, if it got wet, it would be just soggy and heavy. So that's one work in progress that has been going on for a couple of weeks, and I've gotten frustrated a couple of times and put it away, and then now I'm trying to get back to it. But now that I see that those are, in fact, wrong stitches, I'm either going to, I don't know, but I think with it being evenly wrong and kind of having something, evenly messed up, I may just go with it. So, anyway, thanks for helping me out there. Thanks for helping me see it. And then my next one, I'm going to have to pull up the full picture on my cell phone. I don't know why everybody's going to send me messages. Mama sends me a message that says, Google has some good looking pineapple casserole recipes. We ate at this place yesterday that I'll tell you about shortly. And it was just awesome. So I guess now she's looking for pineapple casserole recipes. A little different from pineapple pudding. Okay, so my next work in progress is a stuffy that I'm doing for my nephew. This guy is called Solaire. Come on. This guy is called Solaire, and he is from, oh gosh, hang on. Oh my goodness. I may have to stand up over here and block the, okay, I'm going to turn that off for a second. See if that will help you see him. Solaire. Okay, there you go. And he is a character or a player. If you can see behind him, the sun is behind him. And there's a sun on him. And his little belt and stuff. His scabbard. He's got on a kilt, it looks like. And then the little red thing in his head is a little plume. So this is from a game that my nephew plays called Dark Souls. And so this pattern is called Solaire Praise the Sun by Michelle Johnson. I think, though, that she has, I think the pattern, it's a paid-for pattern. I think it's called Crazy Cute, hang on, Cute Crafty Creations, maybe, all with K's or something. But in Ravelry, it is Michelle Johnson, Machelle. And this is how much I have of him done. I have his body, his head, and body. Right now, it kind of looks like a penguin. But I have to waller around some of that stuffing in there and get him shaped right. And then I have his arms. I have his body and his arms. This is sacrilege right here because this is Karen Simply Soft. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. So y'all know what it's like to try to make that match right there. And then that's the Karen Simply Soft, I think soft gray or something like that. Or light mist or something. What did I use that in? I used that in something else. Soft mist. Can't remember. Anyway, so there's his arms. And they'll go up like that. And then heather gray and some kind of green that I just have a big ball of. So there's that. Those will be his arms. So I still have to do his legs and his kilt and his scabbard and his sun and another sun. Ah! What did I just say about these things? Ah! So, and my nephew he's a gamer, so he actually has a tattoo of this guy on his arm. So I will finish that for him. And just like the that other thing I did, the koala, it doesn't take any time at all to crochet the parts. But putting them together just drives me crazy. And I see people pinning the parts on and then doing that. But you know what? I put pins in there to try to hold them down. And they just come out. They just slide out because there's nothing in that polyfill to actually grab it and hold it. So I'm going to put everything in this bag for now and see what else we have. But yeah, that'll be fun to get that done. He said that there'll be a lot of people wanting those if once I finish them. So, but that's just like anything, you know. I post things on Facebook and whatever, and several people want them. I do have one other lady that is committed already to another one of the gingerbread dresses in a 12-month size. She doesn't need it till next Christmas, but I am going to go ahead and make that for her. What else did I have that somebody wanted? I'm also working on the block party that Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, is hosting. I think I've got squares started, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make with them yet. I think I'm going to make some kind of shoes or booties or something out of them. I'm not real sure yet. But please stay tuned. And they will end up being something. There's just so many things that you never would imagine you could make out of just squares. That was silly, I know, sorry. So that's Canadian Crochet, and I think that that's going to run till the end of February. So I will post links to that below as well. Then also, I didn't bring it in here, but I am working on more of the spa pieces for the Happy Scrappy Stash Buster, hosted by T. Doddles and Christy. Oh my goodness, I meant to write that down before I came in here. Christy's Crochet Creations? Maybe. Has he been snoring the whole time? He just gets up every now and then and kind of wallers his little self back down. So, anyway, like I say, I am working on some more pieces for the Happy Scrappy Stash Buster by T. Doddle, Christy Cook at T. Doddles, and coffee at this time of the night. Yes, please. And Christy's, I will link her YouTube channel below as well. I've been watching her for a few days, and I just can't place the entire name. And then I did a knit crate opening this week. I have not yet gotten my darn good yarn. Is it me, or are the subscription boxes coming later and later every month? I haven't seen the early preview for knit crate for next month. So I feel like I should be changing my colors if I'm going to. I never have. I don't know why I would this time. But I do need to apply part of my rewards to it, because I'm either going to, I think I'm going to split my rewards, because I think I have about $40 in rewards. So I'm going to split those over the next 2 months, get my boxes for minimal, or either I'm just going to have to cancel them, because I've just got so much of it piling up. Don't use it. I've only used it a couple of times. So I love it, though. I love it. So I'm just going to think about that over the next week or two and see what I'm going to do with that. Also, Teresa, got your letter in the mail sent to you. It is a little more than we discussed, but hopefully you'll forgive me for being so late with that, as well as Ella and Nadine. Hope y'all have received your packages and that you like those. This comes from the Rosy Wrap thing I did, and if you posted a picture on there, then I drew names. Since I was so late and so many things happened and I didn't get that done, I did draw names for some physical prizes, and then everybody else I will give a, let me check to see how much more of that amigurumi yarn I have, and then, so anybody else, if I have not contacted you or called your name, well, as of now, I still have 2 or 3 more besides these, but Mimi Catdo, Kim with Kim's Crochet and Knit, and Cynthia Phillip. If you will, get in touch with me. Either email me at cindyheartscrochet@gmail.com or through Facebook Messenger, and let me know which pattern you would like. If I do have some of the amigurumi yarn left, message me and let me know if you would like to have some of that. It's a tiny number 1. I had somebody say that they would make like their little bookmarks and crosses and such out of it, even if they didn't do amigurumi, so that they would still put it to good use. Let me know if you would like some of that, if I have any available left, and if not, then please give me a pattern that you would like to have, and I will get that sent to you. And then, oh, I haven't gone through what we bought. Okay, so me and Mama went to the little knit shop in Oneonta, Alabama yesterday, and that's the name of it, the knit shop. But it's a little yarn store, and it's always fun to go sit with the ladies and Miss Betty, the owner, and the ladies that sit there and knit and everything. I don't ever usually get there in time to sit and crochet while they're knitting and talk to them and everything, because then I start looking at stuff. By the time I got in there yesterday, Mama had 2 huge bags of yarn. She loves the Bernat blanket yarn, and I think Miss Betty had it marked down to like $2 a ball or skein, whatever those come in. So Mama racked up on that. She loves making blankets out of those. I bought some more of the puzzle yarn, and I'm not sure if you have seen this. The color is Connect the Dots, and it's purple and burgundy and gold. And I just wanted it. I don't have anything in mind to make with it yet, but it's just so pretty. So I got 3 balls of that. It is Premier puzzle yarn, and it's a bulky 5, requiring a USJ number 10 hook or a US 10 6mm knitting needles. 328 yards, 7 ounces, 300 meters or 200 grams each. So it's plenty. That's what I made that's the type yarn that I used to make the Can't Stop Me Now or Don't Stop Me poncho by Bag O' Day. Except I used the color maize, which was a green froggy kind of color. And then I had been wanting some of these ever since we were up there last time that they were open. Miss Betty is only open limited hours, and she doesn't really care if she sells anything or not, because she just loves the company. She loves people coming in. Of course, she needs to sell things to keep the doors open, but you know, she's got better things to do, I guess, some days. It's just so fun to sit there and talk to them and hear what all, and how that she personally buys as much James bread as she can. James C. Brett, maybe, just for her to use, so for her personal stash. But she has all of these, and this color is going to be worse than me trying to show you earlier today. She has these little cakes, and this is a tiny, tiny yarn. But she calls these tag-alongs. So she sells them in these huge cakes, and I don't know how she bought them, if they were on cones or spindles of some sort. But she cakes them up and sells this much. Y'all see how much is in there? For $1. $1 per cake. This color I'm going to put with Shawl in the Ball. It's kind of a fuchsia and a little bit lighter pink. It's like a hot pink and a fuchsia. So I'm going to hold this with Shawl in a Ball, the silver gray color. Is it opalescence or something like that? So I'm going to hold this with that Shawl in a Ball for my daughter, a wrap or a shawl. I got, let's see, I got 3 of these in this color. Yeah. I thought it was really more burgundy or crimson, but she will love that anyway. She will love the fuchsia. Or is that bougainvillea? Krista, is that bougainvillea? I love that color. And I actually found the bougainvillea flower at one of the festivals I went to last year. Then this other one I got, I had one that was open. Okay, this is it. This one is, I mean, look how much yarn is in there. Oh my gosh. I really won't know how much it is in there until I put it with something that's going to run out at a certain distance, of course. But this one is, they all feel like cotton, but I'm just not sure. This one has, I actually got it to show up better earlier. This one has like some light purple, rose, teal, almost green, some kind of like a light, very muted colors. There, that one, that shows a good view. And I'm sure this blue background behind me is not helping any. But that just, I've seen them knit with this. And they just use some plain old color yarn, just solid color, pink, purple, teal, something like that. And they add something like this to it, or even a white. Could you imagine a white or a soft off-white or ivory or linen or something with this mixed in it? It's just beautiful. So I got 2 of these. And then the other color I got was a, looks like a Brillo. It is a copper, but it's like, I don't know what this stuff's called. It's kind of a hairy yarn. It's not eyelash, and it's soft. It's not metallic-y feeling or anything. But that's kind of a bronze. So that would be beautiful just mixed in with anything too. So I think I got 3 or 4 of these. And she calls them tag-alongs. And then I got one, let's see, I got 4 of those. And then there was another one. Sorry, I got my head in a garbage bag here. There was another one that it's not metallic-y looking, but it does have a sheen on it. I mean, it almost looks like a twine kind of something. But it's a deep taupe. So, if nothing else, just add it to something that you have that's already too thin and you just can't work with it. So, yeah, that was a good deal. And like I said, all of these, I mean, that is the softest of them all. That Brillo pad looking thing. Oh, look, you can almost see the sparkle in it. Oh, that would be pretty since it's not itchy. Although I don't know if I'd put it on a baby not knowing how tender they might be. That would be pretty in one of those gingerbread dresses. Oh, man. I just can't wait. I have all these good ideas, but then when I get ready to start them, I'm like, what? So anyway, I think that's all I have for today. This video was 5 minutes quicker earlier. Is that all I have? Yep. When I get my darn good yarn in the next few days. I did get a message that it has shipped, but like I said, I thought that we got Knit Crate and Darn Good Yarn like within the first 10 days of the month. Used to maybe just a few months ago. So I could be wrong. Next Saturday is the 1st, and that I believe will start our Yip Yip make-along. I will do a video explaining what all we're going to do, and let me think through it and see what I'm going to give away. I still need to do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so be listening for that because it will be a surprise within a video at some point. And what else did we do? Oh, I did want to mention one other thing. Mom and I went to a restaurant after we left Miss Betty's, the knit shop in Aniana yesterday, and this little restaurant is called Sweeties. Well, we had a couple of people tell us about it before, but we didn't ever go, or it wasn't open maybe or something like that. But this place is, you go in and they have a buffet, and they had, I think, 3 meats yesterday. They had fish, chicken pot pie, and I think fried pork chops and gravy. And then they had what else? They had squash, collard greens, black-eyed peas, hush puppies, french fries, a salad bar, and then for desserts they had pineapple casserole, which was just out of this world. I've never had it before, and it was just awesome. And they had peanut butter cookies and I think carrot cake. Well, the only thing missing was ice cream. Me and Mama always can eat some ice cream, I tell you that. Except Mama, bless her heart, she didn't feel good yesterday. So by the time we got home, she was leaning against the door and everything. But at least she had 3 bags of yarn to keep her safe. But the thing about this place is it's in a little old house in Aniana. Like somebody, it's in a little old house that has like china cabinet built into the wall and stuff, and not really a china cabinet, but just an inset. There's no glass or anything. Just an old timey house. And the thing is, okay, they don't write you a ticket. They don't charge you a certain amount for your food. You fix your plate and you pay what you have. It's like nobody writes you a ticket, nobody asks for you for any money, and there were all sorts of people there. There was people that you could tell probably didn't have anything to eat nor money. There was also working people in there, construction workers were in there, me and Mama were in there, and so the sign on the wall said something about if you can't afford to leave $1, at least give me, or just give me a hug or something like that. I wanted to get pictures of it, but I didn't want to be rude or anything, so you never know. But it was really awesome. They have unless you wanted to give them something, I guess donation. It's not even like they're charging you for the food. I guess if you want to give them something that isn't a credit card, if you just have $1 or 2 in there. I mean, if you only have $1 or 2, they're going to let you eat. They're not going to let you go hungry. And they have a box as you leave. Just drop whatever you have in there or whatever you feel it's worth, whatever you feel moved to leave. And so then, nobody has to feel shame for not being able to afford something. Or like, I try to pass the blessings along, so I'm going to always give a little more when I can. Because there may be a day that I can't. And, she's looking out for everybody. So it's called Sweeties, and I'll try to find a link to it below. I'm not sure exactly. It's not like a soup kitchen. It's not like anything like that. I mean, it is a restaurant, and the food was really good. It was really good. So I just thought I'd pass that along because that was a blessing that we experienced yesterday. And like I said, just the fact that this place says, if you can't afford to eat anyway and give me a hug. I mean, that's just awesome to me. So that sounds like something I would do if I could afford it. So anyway, I'll try to link something of that below. And next time we go, because we will be back, I will try to get a picture of it. So I hope everybody has a great week. And if my darn good yarn comes in, I will post a video of that. If anything else special happens or comes up, I will surely be posting something about that. And then next Saturday, we will start our Yip Yip make-along. And like I said, I will do a video explaining what we need to do and where we go from there. And y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.